My full name is Sylvester Taliaferro. Everybody knows me as Pete. My wife and I are owner-operators at Taliaferro Farms, DBA at this point, and it's a family-run operation, USDA certified organic. I've been in farming all my working life. I wasn't born a farmer. You know, my dad was a technician at IBM. I went to school for engineering, but the farming vocation was something that made you a few bucks so you could put gas in your car and do a few things when you were in high school, and that's really what was big around here when I was younger. I mean, you know, there's still a lot of agriculture, but nothing like it was when I was younger. I gotta say, there used to be spectrums within different periods of the year that you know how it was going to get so hot and it was going to get so cold. You were going to have so much rain or so little rain. You know, and then, you know, you had little extreme situations where it really went out to the edge of the spectrum, maybe in August, where you didn't have any rain for 4 weeks, and it got droughty, you know. But now, you don't know what the freak you're going to get, it seems. And when you get 87-degree weather in March, and then, you know, then it drops back down, it goes back up, you get 3 weeks of crazy rain in the beginning of June, which is normally a relatively dry period of the year after the spring rains have come through. It's been increasingly more difficult to try to put plans in place and to manage the risks involved with the weather.
What other kind of extreme weather events have impacted your work here?
Well, I mean, the hurricane in August. I mean, to have a hurricane in August inland like that is pretty freaking bizarre. We drove over the hill and we looked and we were like, whoa. I called my wife and I said, we got to get somebody here with a video camera because you can't take pictures of this. This got to be filmed because this is going to be crazy. And so she called Don. He came right down.
So what's the date today?
Today is the 28th of August.
All right, and we're here to record the damage to Taliaferro cropland due to the after effect of the hurricane and tropical storm Irene. What I'm recording is all cropland.
And I said to myself, the thing is stalling, it's moving so slow, it's going to go out to sea. It's never going to get here because they were like, it was like the slowest thing, man. You know, they were talking about it for a week on the Weather Channel. And I was wrong. Yeah, I was really wrong. Yeah. That was the end of everything down there. The water was 6.5 feet deep in the field. It's 6 inches higher and taller, 6 inches deeper than me. There's a lot of water. You can't even fathom it. I mean, it took 3 days for that thing to get down to like the 1 foot mark. 72 hours. And another day before it would leave, and it was 2 days before you'd even want to venture down there with any kind of a vehicle other than a tractor, because it was so greasy and slippery, and just so waterlogged, you couldn't go down there with a truck. I think that was a Monday when Irene came, and by Friday we were able to start. Thursday, Friday we were able to start planting here. Well, yeah, we're not stopping. We don't stop. It would take a hell of a lot to stop us. So we're measuring. We're busier in a beehive up there right now. Taking plants out of the ground so we can reclaim ground. Putting new plants in the ground from the greenhouses. Prepping some ground a little more finished so we can get our precision seeders in there to get stuff down. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to just keep right on pushing along. And of course, the following week, Tropical Storm Lee came through, and we had another 6.5 feet of water in the field again. So anything that was left on the vines was washed away. It looked like nothing was there. Well, it takes like a whole week for Tropical Storm Lee's rains to dry out, and that kind of stunts everything we planted. In the meantime, the clock is ticking, because now we're in the middle of September, okay? Because the hurricane happened on the 28th, and Lee came on the 10th. So now it's like the 20th of September. I don't know if any of this stuff that we're putting in now is going to come to fruition. Okay, we're going to end up making salads out of it or something. We'll figure something out. But, so everything's starting to come along, it got a little sunny, started drying out, and then we got the freaking snowstorm on the 15th of October. All the shit we had on the road covers and stuff, all that shit got broke down and snapped off. Yeah, it was so crazy. It was like, what the freak is next? And so we were like, man, we're I don't know, we're done. We're dead in the water now. I mean, we're on the edge. We're totally on the edge. I mean, people say that, but I really mean like we're on the edge. I don't want to get into our financial situation, but I mean, we shouldn't even be running a business. We were taking crazy risks, by if we had a couple of significant catastrophes like a truck crash or a motor blown in a tractor and something else all in the same week, we'd be in big trouble. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that it has the climate extremes have brought a whole new risk factor into agriculture. If you look at the history of the Earth, there's always been some kind of dramatic impacts that have made climates go up and down. There's been more than one ice age and more than one. It's gotten hotter before too, consistently. But obviously there's the human factor that we're all much more aware that we're beating the Earth up and accelerating whatever may or may not happen. How can we not say that what's going on isn't changing things, cutting the rainforest down, and smelting millions of tons of used ore and steel over in China, with no care for what's coming out the smokestack whatsoever. I mean, those are big things that can cause changes. The thing is I do the best job I can. I'm trying to be the best steward of the land and the earth that I can. We still are running some diesel trucks here. We'd like to run more veg oil, but there's issues with it, and we don't have. I'm really undercapitalized severely. I've got a lot of great ideas, but I'm not a dynamo, and I'm trying to take care of my family, stay married, and that's real important to me. So I don't go off on these tangents in regard to some of the other things I could really do. I feel that would be a little bit better energy-wise. But so we all just try to do the best job we can. But unless you're riding a horse and you're off the grid and that type of thing, I mean, if you're using a camera like this, or you have a cell phone, and you travel somewhere once a year, you're beating the earth up just like anybody else. I mean, some are doing a lot worse, but we're all leaving a scar.